Hey, Scott here. Today we have another project that is not going to take place in the garage. It's going to take place in the bathroom. Turns out that my toilet in my house has been acting a little funny. After you flush it, it continues to run even after the tank fills up, which is an indication of a flapper that's in the toilet that's worn out. And also, it just so happens that the flush lever on my toilet was broken. I think my wife got up in the middle of the night and was jiggling the handle or something, and that broke. So we're going to replace that right away too. And here's how it's done. All right, so one thing that has been going on with this toilet is that after it gets flushed, it doesn't want to stop running. So it just keeps leaking. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace a flapper inside. And then this morning, I also noticed that the flush lever here is broken. So check that out. That's not supposed to happen. So something broke there. We're going to be replacing that as well. Here we go. All right, the first thing we want to do is to turn off the water supply to the toilet. And that is usually found somewhere down below. In this case, over here. And I've got a quarter turn valve on this particular one. And sometimes these are really tight because they don't get turned on or off for many years and they might get gummed up and stuff. So it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to turn this on and off periodically just to make sure it's all loose. Because the last thing you want to do is to break this while you're just trying to fix the toilet. And there you go, multiple trips to the hardware store and water leaking everywhere. So, but for this repair, we're just going to turn this off. This is a quarter turn valve. There you go. Now the water is turned off to the toilet. Come back up top. And we'll open that lid up. Alright, with the water turned off, we'll remove the lid. Set that aside somewhere. And what we do is flush the toilet. Now because the water valve is turned off underneath, it's not going to refill. See, there we go. It's not filling back up. Now, very simply, in order to replace the flapper, we're just going to reach down inside and we're going to remove this chain. See if I can do this with one hand. There we go. And this particular flapper, just got to reach underneath. It's rubber. Grab these ears and remove the ears from the little, there we go. That's all it takes. And we'll just get rid of that. And then as far as this goes, now this is reverse thread. So we're actually going to turn it, instead of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, we're going to turn it lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. Slide that off of there, and this whole thing comes out. So there we are, ready for new parts. Here's our new flush lever, and to prepare this for installation, we want to remove this nut. Again, it's lefty tighty, righty loosey. You know, it's kind of weird to say. We'll remove this big nut. And we'll just slide it off of there. And you'll notice that if I don't bump the camera, that there's kind of a square shape around the bottom here. And what that is, if you look at the toilet, there's a square hole. I'll slide that in there. And then we're going to take the nut and put the nut back on. We're going to put this camera in a different position though. Okay, so snug that up a little bit. Maybe get a pliers on there if you want to, but careful not to make it too tight because you don't want to break the porcelain here. That should be pretty good. All right, then we're going to take our new flapper here. It's got the wings on her. Or ears, maybe ears would be a better word. Got the chain already attached. And we can put the chain on here right away. And go down inside. And put the flapper, I'll show you, has a hole like this on the ears. And then down here you got these protrusions. Put that on there. The other side. There you go. So now sometimes you have to adjust this chain to be the right length, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to work out just the way it is. This is how the older one was set up. So we're going to turn the water back on. Give it a flush. What I want to listen for is after this tank is filled back up. It was running earlier. What happens is that the seal down there, that flapper, wears out and water leaks past it. And then this tank doesn't stay full and it continues to run. Now, assuming everything is sealing the way it should. Any moment now. Wow. It's still making noise, but sure it's not leaking anymore. I think we're good to go. That's how you change the flapper and a flush lever in your standard toilet.